What is up, everybody? It's your boy Young Fizz, aka mr.dopestatus on Instagram, and welcome back to another tutorial. So today we are back inside the Maschine, and I want to show you how you can get a professional vocal sound inside of the Maschine. No extra plugins and this, that, and the third. Everything that I'm using is going to be all done right here inside the Maschine so that you could start using it today. How to get that professional vocal sound using just simply an EQ, a compressor, a saturator, and some, delays and reverb. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. But first, I need you to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification. So whenever I drop a new video, you will be the first person to be notified. Without further ado, let me show you how to get that professional vocal sound. All right, so first thing that I got going on here, I got Serato sample, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and play this sample here, and this is going to be the raw recording here. So let's go ahead and take a listen.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, low on luck. Lipstick on me stuck. Can't replace that touch. High on love, below, low on luck.
Now it sounds decent, right? It's recording it like it sounds good. It's not great, but that's what we're here for. We want to make it sound even better. And as a producer, whatever you're doing with music, our goal is to make it sound as good as possible. So with this and what I'm trying to do with it, like I said, it sounds good, but it's not great. So how do we make it sound better? Well, the first thing we want to do is go ahead and add something called an EQ, which I can engage right here. And basically just listen to what it's doing here.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, low on luck.
So as you can hear, the vocal got more open, but then at the same time, I've lost some body. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at the EQ settings just to kind of show you what I'm doing here. So starting with the low end right here, right? So the frequency is set at 162.8 hertz, and I'm cutting about -20 dB. So just kind of shoving off that low end, that low end that I don't need, where like the sub and the low bass, all that's going to be occupying those frequencies. So I just don't need that vocal there. Now I have the low mid here. And so with the low mid, I'm at frequency 1147, and then I'm boosting about 5 dB. So that's the low mid. Again, that's at 1147, but this is almost, like I said, this is about 1K. You can almost call it 1K. And then check out the width here. It's at 1.1. And then I have the high mid. I'm cutting some of that -2 dB here, and then the frequency is at 1456.5 hertz with, at 2.0. And then I'm boosting that high end, giving that clarity that I'm missing from the track. And then that's the frequency at 2610. And let's go ahead and listen again. So this is with it off, and then we're gonna go ahead and put it back in.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up.
So we kind of lost a little bit from, the track. It sounds a little bit thinner, and you might be saying, well, it doesn't sound that good because it sounds, a little bit thin, but we're going to make up for that, further down the line, but hang tight here. So the next thing that we did was add a compressor, and we just want to add a compressor just to keep the levels consistent, to make sure nothing's jumping out at us. So this is basically a dynamics control just to kind of contain the vocal here. So let's go ahead and listen to what the compressor is doing.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, low on luck.
And let's turn it off again.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, low on luck.
Listen one more time.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, low on luck.
So you can hear how it just kind of brings the vocal forward. And so check out the settings here. I got my knee turned all the way at 100%, got my amount at 100%, and I got the attack down to 0, and I got the release down to 40 milliseconds here. So the threshold is about right here, a little bit past, like the -10, so maybe about -12 to, 13 maybe. And then I'm just kind of level matching because, all the pros level match. They know about this. We don't want to just make it louder. We want to make sure we can hear what our compressor is doing. So we want to level match. All right. So that's what the compressor is doing. And then last but not least, we're adding something called a saturator, right? And the saturator, and what this really does, it just kind of makes the vocal, it just gives the vocal some body. Remember how I said it sounds kind of thin a moment ago? Well, the saturator here, we're going to bring that back. You're going to hear how it sounds a little bit thicker. So take a listen.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, low on luck.
Off.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, low on luck.
And let me just go ahead and bring it in and then bring it out at the same time here.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, low on luck. Lipstick on me stuck. Can't replace that touch. High on love, below, low on luck.
So it just adds a little bit of thickness in that body back to the vocal that I felt like I was missing. And notice how I'm using the tape settings. With the saturated, there's 3 settings inside the Maschine. You got the classic, you got the tape, and you got the tube. I have mine on the tape, and I almost probably 99.9% of the time I'm using the tape setting. If I'm using a saturation for some reason, I don't know what about it, but to me, it just really adds something to the sound. So those are the 3, dynamics, plugins that I'm using inside of the Maschine. Again, it's the EQ, it's the compressor, and then the saturator. Now, there's a lot of different things you can do to your mix. You can use like some noise, a de-esser, you can use some filters. And, when I mix inside of Pro Tools, I do this stuff. But right now, I just want to show you, just the basic, the bare minimum that you need to really, to clean up the vocal and make it sound professional. So far, we're already making it sound really great. And that's just the dry vocal. So now what we want to do, we want to make the vocal sound even better. We want to enhance the vocal, and we can enhance it and add some ear candy by adding some reverb, which is some space, and then we add some delays, even more space. So check this out here. So right now, let's go ahead and bring in the reverb here.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up.
Go ahead and turn this on to group.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, low on luck.
And I'm just sending this to the reverb. I think the reverb, let me see, it's right on the second one. So I'm using this one right here for the reverb. So yes, this one right here is being sent over to the reverb, which is right here. And the reverb that I'm using is something called metaverb. And if you've been watching my tutorials for all these years, I'm a huge fan of metaverb. Metaverb is, I don't know what this thing is, man. I don't know how it works. But metaverb, it just makes everything just sound larger than life. And so this is what I'm doing here. I'm feeding it to the next, sound slot right here, number 2. And I'm using my wet drag control right here. And as you can see, I have it, almost at -10 point here. So let's go ahead and listen to with it off and then add it in there again.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, low on luck. Lipstick on me stuck. Can't replace that touch. High on love, below, low on luck.
So it's this big pop vocal, and that's exactly the sound that I'm going for. We want that big, nice pop vocal, right? So it's already sounding nice and crisp. It's sounding clean. It sounds in your face. It has some space, but now we want to enhance it just a little bit more. And we want to add something called a delay, right? And that's going to be right here on sound slot number 3. And I'm doing a little bit extra to the delay because I added a compressor and then I added a metaverb. And you might be asking yourself, well, why would he do something like this, right? Now follow me here because I'm basically doing some cleaning up right here with the delay right here. So check this out. Let me go ahead and play it so you can understand what's going on with the delay.
Kiss me in the dark. Maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, low on luck. Lipstick on me stuck. Can't replace that touch. High on love, below, low on luck. As I'm running to the baseline to return before a deep dive into another dream where I get to replay.
See, now you can hear how the delay is working, right? Notice how the delay, it just sounds super clean. So how am I getting it to sound super clean? I'm glad you asked, because let me just go ahead and show you. So this is where the compressor comes into play, and then the metaverb. So if I was to take these out, listen to how it sounds.
Kiss me in the dark, maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, love on love. Lipstick on me stuck.
Now that sounds cool if you're a beginning mixer, but the pro mixers, what they do something called side chaining, or ducking the vocal with the delay. So basically I'm using a side chain input here. So let's go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. I'm gonna go back to my other screen, and I'm gonna go ahead and let's show you the compressor here that I'm using. So I'm using, let's see, I'm on number 3. I got my plugin here. Let's go to the source of the compressor, and you can see I'm using the vocal for a Serato sample. So A1 to S1, I'm using the compressor, just basically using this vocal to trigger the compressor. All right, so let me say that again. I'm using my main vocal to trigger the compressor. So let's go ahead and listen to what that sounds like after we engage the compressor.
Kiss me in the dark, maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, love on love. Lipstick on me stuck.
So now I'm not wasting any time with automation inside of Maschine with the vocal throws. It's happening automatically, and that's what all of the professionals do. They're not wasting time in trying to make the throws sound good. They're just adding this little effect on there, and they have it set and they forget it. And that's what gives you that big pop vocal. And last but not least, I'm using another metaverb. And you might be asking, why am I using this metaverb? And that's just to push the reverb, the delay reverb, back inside the mix just a little bit further. Check it out.
Kiss me in the dark, maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, love on love. Kiss me in the dark, maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, love on love.
So let me go ahead and exaggerate this metaverb so you can hear what's going on with the delayed signal on the reverb. I mean on the beat delay here.
Kiss me in the dark, maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, love on love. Lipstick on me stuck, can't replace that touch.
So you can hear how it's pushed further back inside the mix. And that is pretty much how you get a professional vocal. So let's just say, for example, now we have it sounding clean. What if I want to add my own chords to it? So let's go ahead and do that.
Kiss me in the dark, maybe I'll wake up. High on love, below, love on love. Lipstick on me stuck, can't replace that touch. High on love, below, love on love. As I'm running to the baseline.
So that is how you get that professional vocal sound, all using the Maschine. I'm not doing anything fancy, and I'm not doing anything that nobody else can do. This is the workflow that I use. Well, partially the workflow that I use, because like I said, you can add all type of stuff. You can have a million plugs on the track, but this is all that you really need to get a great sounding vocal. So again, if you liked what you just saw, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on the bell notification. If you want to learn more about the Maschine, or if maybe you're a beginner and want to learn the basics inside of Maschine, definitely pick up the course down in the description below. It's your boy Young Fizz, aka Mr.dopestatus on Instagram. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on the next video. We out.